Hi everybody, it's Miss Nancy from Chester Springs Library. I'm ready to do a story time with one of my cats. This is DC, but he wants to go inside where it's nice and warm because it's a little rainy out here today.
First, let me introduce you to DC. He's my oldest cat, probably close to 19 years old. But as you can see, he is still playful. He loves to be outside when the weather is nice, getting his exercise and fresh air. He's so silly.
What are you doing, DC?
Come on, DC. Let's go inside and get ready for a story. Oh, this is much better. Inside, in front of the warm stove. Hey DC, want to read a story with me? I'm going to read a story called The Princess and the Pea, retold by Kay Chorao and published by E.P. Dutton of Penguin Books. Once upon a time, there was a prince who wanted to find a princess to marry, but she would have to be a real princess. He searched and searched. He met one princess after another, but there was always something the matter. They just weren't real princesses. And at last he returned home without a wife. One night there was a terrible storm. The lightning flashed, and the thunder roared, and the rain fell down in buckets. In the midst of all this noise and rain, someone knocked at the palace gate. The old king himself went to open the palace gate, and when he pushed it open, he found a young woman. "I am a princess. May I come in?" she asked. The king looked at her. She was dripping wet and looked a terrible sight. The king did not quite believe that she was a real princess, but he let her in anyway. DC, are you sleeping? Don't fall asleep now. This is going to get exciting. The queen gave her dry clothing and offered her a bed for the night. "I'll find out if she's a real princess," the queen said to herself, and she placed a tiny pea beneath the mattress. Then she placed 20 mattresses on top of that, and 20 down comforters on top of that. The girl carefully climbed onto her tall, swaying bed and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, the queen asked her, "How did you sleep?" "I didn't sleep a wink," said the girl. "Heaven knows what was in that bed. I feel as though I'd been laying on a rock. I'm black and blue from head to toe." The king and queen and the prince were pleased. At last they had found a real princess. Otherwise, she could never have felt that tiny pea through 20 mattresses and 20 down comforters. Only a real princess could be that sensitive. And so there was a royal wedding, and the prince and princess lived happily ever after. The end. And look, DC, the prince and princess had lots of little kittens, and they saved the royal pea for the royal museum. DC, are you sleeping? Who's this? Hi, Huzza. How are you? What? You want a story too? What kind of a story? Let's think. A rabbit story? Yes! Okay, let's find one. Here's one we can read. The Hare and the Turtle by Kay Chorao, published by E.P. Dutton of Penguin Books. Ready? There was once a hare who always boasted about how fast he could run. I am the fastest animal in the forest, he said. Put on your listening ears, Huzzah. No one offered to race him until the turtle spoke up. I will race you, he said in his slow turtle voice. You, the hare laughed. Well, you are the slowest animal of all. You think that's funny. All the animals gathered to watch the race. The hare bounded forward, leaving the turtle in a cloud of dust. Soon the hare looked back. The turtle was so far behind that the hare couldn't see him. I will just sit down and rest, said the hare. I will easily win, even if I rest a while. But resting made the hare sleepy. His eyes slowly closed, and he fell asleep. The turtle crawled past the hare without a sound. When the hare awoke, the turtle was plodding patiently across the finish line. The hare did not boast about his speed again, at least not for a very long time. What's the matter, Huzzah? Didn't you like that story very much? Oh, what's that you say? The next time you'll bring your own story? Okay. Well, then bye for now, Huzzah. See you next time.
Thanks for reading with DC and Huzzah and I. I hope you enjoyed the animal fairy tales. And I hope that you're staying warm and healthy. And don't forget, washy washy for your hands, wipey wipey for the things you touch, and say hello and goodbye from far away. See you next time.